Did you just get hired at your very first job and you're going into the office and you want to know all about office etiquette because you've never worked in an office before? Whether you're going in as a paralegal or legal secretary or receptionist or file clerk or billing clerk, this video is for you. We're going to talk about 7 law office etiquette tips that I can give you that will help you thrive in the environment you're about to go in. If this video sounds good to you, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's dive into things today. Okay, in today's video, obviously, we are going over 7 law office etiquette tips that you could follow that will help you thrive in your environment. We're gonna start at the bottom and work our way to the top. Tip number 1, please help make the coffee keep flowing for you and your coworkers. If you are the last person to drink the last cup of coffee, then you better sure as fire make a new cup of coffee for everybody else if that's the type of coffee maker that the law firm has. Now, it could be a single cup coffee maker and then you don't have to refill it, but if it's a Keurig, then make sure that you take out that single cup right there inside that Keurig and dispose of it properly so that when the next person is ready to make their cup of coffee, it's clean and it's ready for them to use right away. If you are the last person to pour the last cup of coffee and it is a big pot of coffee and it's a coffee maker that you can make a new pot of coffee in, please make a new pot of coffee for your coworkers. They will be very appreciative that you did so. Tip number 2 is to clean out your leftovers from the office refrigerator at least once a week, okay? Now, if you're the person who is bringing in food, make sure that you are eating your own food as well. But if there's anything left over and you're not bringing that Tupperware home, make sure that you bring that Tupperware home by the end of the week if you have not finished those leftovers. If you have finished those leftovers, make sure that you are bringing your Tupperware home. Make sure that it's not stinking up the joint by you leaving that dirty Tupperware there. Take out all of your garbage, all of your condiments, anything that you have left in the refrigerator once a week. Make sure that you have a reminder perhaps set up on your Outlook calendar. Regardless, clean up your own trash, clean up your own leftovers, clean out the fridge once a week, and you'll make sure that there's nothing stinky in there that's a cause of you. And speaking of stinky, that leads me to my 3rd tip, which is stay away from foods that are gonna stink up the joint, okay? Sometimes we work in small enclosed spaces. Sometimes the lunchroom that you're going to be eating in is a small enclosed space, and you need to be respectful of that space and the fact that you have to share that space with others. Having said that, don't bring in any stinky foods, okay? Stay away from tuna. Sorry, tuna lovers, but stay away from tuna and other stinky fish. Stay away from hard-boiled eggs. Stay away from stinky cheeses and all the likes. Stay away from that stuff altogether, and everybody will be happier as a result of it. Tip number 4 is to say hello and goodbye and greet your coworkers and superiors every day. And if you're working in a huge office environment where you have hundreds and hundreds of people in there, I know that you can't say hello and goodbye to everyone. But when you're working in a smaller to mid-sized firm and you have those certain people that you interact with every day, it's a lovely thing to go in there and tell them good morning. And it's a great thing to go in there and tell them that you're leaving. When you're going in there and telling them good morning, you're letting them know that you're there and you're ready to work. You're just saying hello and just a quick hi and I'm here, I'm ready to work. You're not spending too much time in there, absorbing too much of their time, wasting too much of your time, but you're letting them know that you're there. The same thing when you leave. Let them know that you're leaving, so it gives them some sort of a heads up in the event that there is an emergency. If there's an emergency, they can tell you to stay late. If you don't tell them that you're leaving and you just go ahead and leave without saying anything, what if there's an emergency that you could have helped prevent or that you could have helped to solve? So we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but make sure that you're saying hello and goodbye and you're being cordial to everybody that you work with and around every day. And it will be a much happier environment for you to be working in. My next tip is to share your resources and make sure that you are always staying on top of the fact that you are part of a team. When you share your resources because you're part of a team, then all of you are benefiting from the same information. You're all on the same page, you're following standard operating procedures, you're benefiting from the same information, and you're all thriving in the legal industry. You're all thriving as legal professionals there in the office. You're on the same team, you're working for the same cases, you're getting paid by the same people. You might as well share the resources and help one another benefit from those, which helps the firm as a whole. And my final tip is to remain a team player. At any given moment, it could be an all hands on deck situation. There could be a huge trial and everybody needs to be part of this trial in one way, shape, or form to make sure it goes according to plan. When there's all hands on deck, you want to make sure that you have a team that's ready and willing to be all hands on deck. So no matter what, share the resources, share the wealth, and make sure to remain a team player. And by doing that, you're going to thrive in your environment, you're going to thrive in your industry, and the entire firm is going to benefit as a result of it. So those are my 7 tips in law firm etiquette that will help you thrive in the legal industry and thrive in the office. I wish you well, and I can't wait to hear about your time on the job. Please comment below and let me know your stories. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and consider clicking that bell notification to receive a notification of each time I put a video on here. Of course, good luck to you and all that you do, because this crazy legal industry needs an amazing paralegal just like you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, an amazing weekend ahead of you, and I will see you guys back here on the next one. Mwah! Bye for now.